Hi, today I'm going to show you how to make a book page ornament made out of 6 strips of paper, and it's like this, and you can see that they're interlocked and you can see little stars on them. See, that's a star. So what I did is I started off with two sheets of magazine, pages from a magazine, and I glued them together. I just used glue stick because I think that works the best. And cut them into strips. There's 6 of them. These are around 9.5 inches long and 1/2 inch wide. So I did glue them together because I wanted both sides to be words. This was a magazine, so there was pictures on one side. It is nice to glue them together and make them thicker so it's easier to work with. You can use cardboard also, like a cardboard box, but not a packaging box because that'll be way too thick. So these are my 6 strips, and then one of them is circular, and I just taped them together, tape the ends together, and you'll see what that's for later. So how do you start this? The basis of this is a template of the star that I drew. So you don't need to draw the star, but it makes it a lot easier. So you can just take a white sheet of paper and with the Sharpie draw a star. And I'm just going to outline the star with these sheets of paper. So there, I made an X, and then I'm going to do an interlocking triangle right over there. So let me bring that up so you can see it. So you see how they're interlocking? That means it went over, under. All of them are over, under, over, under. They're not just simply over like that. You want to do over, under. So the next one would be this line over here. So I'm going to do under, over, over there. And then the last one would be over here. So let's see. Let's make sure I get it right. Doesn't matter if you don't get it right the first time. You can always take it out and do it again. And this was over, under, over. And then see over here I missed one. So I'm just going to pull this one up. So there, you see now they're all interlocking. And I will lift this up so you can see, but let me straighten it out. So it is all interlocking. So that means that this one, all these are like the beginning where they're all interlocking. Okay? So you want to make sure that it's kind of centered, like your sheets of paper on each side have the same distance. And what I do is I cheat because working with these strips of paper could be tricky sometimes, so I actually tape it. Let me just put little pieces of tape, and then you can always pull off the tape when you're done so that you don't have pieces of tape everywhere on your ornament, but you can just stick it on your finger to make it not so sticky so you won't pull off the writing. And then I just use around 3 pieces of tape. You want to make sure that the center pentagon is nice and equally spaced. That will help a lot. So this center pentagon doesn't have to be perfect, but you don't want to make it lopsided. Okay, so let me stick another piece of tape there so we have a good foundation, and then we can pull off the tape later. Oops. Okay, so there you have it. That's the star. So you see it's weaved in, and then I taped it so it's more stable. And now I'm going to turn it over. Since I taped it on the side, this will be the bottom, it'll be the outside, so that it'll be easier to remove the tape. So now this is the tricky part. This is the circle, the link that I made before. I just taped the magazine page strip together with this piece of tape. And you're going to keep this piece of tape. You're not going to remove it. So you want to make sure you tape it nicely. And then you want to look for all the X's. So you see all these X's over here? And you're going to put the link right over there. So you want to put it on the over side. You don't want to put it on this side because then it'll just fall right down. You want to put it so it sits on top of that X. So I'm going to do that for all of them. And so it's every other one, right? So you're going to put it so it sits on the X. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to tape just one of them, or maybe a couple of them, so that it doesn't fall out. So you see this one? You're going to put this one in, and it's going to sit on it. And then the next one. Okay, so I'm going to tape another one because it's getting loose over here. So I already cut out little pieces of tape over here, so I don't have to cut. And then the last one, you know, put it underneath, and then you see how it sits on that one. Okay, so once you're done with that, you want to lock the center ring in place. And what does that mean? Well, once the ring is in place, you'll see that these ones X, so you can cross them. This one actually already crossed by itself. So this one, do you see how it's kind of like this? You want to just bring that in. So it creates another little band. And I'm going to tape this one too, because this one seems kind of loose. And then this one. I'm going to tape that one too, just to make it a little easier. You can pull these pieces out once you're done. And once, if you get good at it, you probably won't need the tape, but I am not good at it, so I need the tape. So that's going to X. And then this one fell out too, so X that one. Okay, I don't think that one needs tape. Okay, so this is what you're left with. Do you see how all of them are locking in that center ring? So that's the original star, and then all around is the ring.